Hi, I'm Joan Kang Shin. Welcome to Our World's Professional Development Program. These videos will help teachers to improve their classroom practice and help their students to get the most out of Our World. Children are active learners and learn best through concrete tasks and hands-on activities. They learn by doing and construct their understanding of the external world through interaction with it. They will understand and remember both language and content better if they have experienced it through all their senses. That is, through seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, and touching. Project work is the perfect multisensory learning experience as it gives young learners the opportunity to make things with their own hands and experience the language and content in an authentic and relevant context. Each unit in Our World includes a project that connects to the unit content and language and results in a product students can be proud of. Our World projects provide multisensory experiences that will help to contextualize new language in meaningful ways and make the language learning process more fun and memorable. For example, Our World projects include making puppets, masks, and sculptures, creating a picture book, poster, or brochure, conducting experiments and surveys, making a model or diorama, and writing recipes, then cooking, and most importantly, eating food. The project pages in each unit of Our World help students connect the language and content of the unit in a fun activity. The projects can be done individually, encouraging students to be independent. Or they can be done with a partner to allow for real communication and negotiation. Either way, these projects encourage students to be creative and empower them with real-world content. Here are some helpful tips for working with the project pages. Let's look at a project in Our World. The 2-page project spread always includes step-by-step instructions and a model of the finished product. This helps you manage the project work more effectively in your classroom and ensures student success. Be sure you read through the project pages carefully in advance. Read the instructions step by step. They are written simply and in the lower levels include easy to understand visuals. However, you should still look for any difficult words or instructions that you think might be confusing for your students. Always remember to read the instructions with your students and bring their attention to the model of the finished project. Before class, prepare any materials your students will need to complete the project. They may need colored paper, markers, crayons, scissors, or glue. If your students have their own school supplies, don't forget to tell them to bring them to class that day. In many cases, the projects connect to students' real lives and culture. You may want to ask your students to bring materials from home for the project. Take a look at some of these examples. Students may want to bring in pictures or objects that are meaningful to them to incorporate into their project. Sometimes, students forget to bring to class the pictures or objects they need. You might want to bring in extra materials so that students who forget can still complete the project. Look at this teacher who asked students to bring in pictures of their family to make a poster. She also brought in magazines for students to cut out pictures in case they did not have their own photos. Projects always have a concrete outcome or product that is perfect for sharing. If it is possible, always leave time in class for your students to present their work and show that they can use the language in context and understand the content of the unit. You can also display the results of your students' work in class Or you can send their products home so parents can see what their children are learning. Notice how a project like this sociogram called My World Circles gives students an opportunity to show their understanding of the content in the unit by personalizing the information. This project, like others in Our World, helps students apply the language learned into a real and meaningful context.
This is my neighborhood. This is my town. Here is my country.
What country is it?
South Korea.
Is it South Korea? Okay.
And here is my continent.
Continent? What continent is it?
Asia.
Asia continent?
And here is our Earth.
Is it our?
Earth.
Oh, very good.
In this case, they express who they are in relation to their home, neighborhood, town, country, continent, and world. It helps them see themselves as part of a community, both locally and globally. Projects are a great way to practice using the content and language learned in class that is developmentally appropriate. Using project work will make your English language classroom more active, interactive, and engaging for children. Your students will have a concrete product for them to talk about and feel proud of. And they will be using English in authentic ways. With projects, young learners get a chance to use their creativity and express themselves and their culture. So they will be excited and engaged in your class. Just remember to read through the project spreads in Our World carefully and prepare your students for these fun projects they will love.
This is our world. Everybody's got a song to sing. Each boy and girl. This is our world.